So with it being Halloween season and it being, my favorite time of the year, I always like to just check YouTube for random movies and things like that. And that's how I ended up watching Halloween is Grinch Night. And I will link that. I did a review on that last year. I'll post a link, sorry, in the description. But that's exactly what I did. I was like, wow, let's try another Dr. Seuss. So I found, I've heard of The Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that, and so I found The Cat in the Hat knows a lot about Halloween. So first thing right off the bat, I had never seen any of these before. I don't have kids that young, so I wasn't anyway. And the first things first is the Cat in the Hat. The way he laughs, he literally goes, "Ha!" It's every time he laughs. Ha! It's like an adult version of a cracked out. What's that kid from The Simpsons? Anyway, so anyway, the Cat in the Hat knows a lot about Halloween. The cat it's overall it's a good movie. It really is. There's a lot of these tend to run the same. There's the problem, the thing, and all that. But basically, the whole thing is they're trying to find the perfect costumes for Halloween, and he says that he's only frightened. The cat says he's only frightened by not having fun, and it's like, okay. There was this thing they have called where they need to find all of the best costumes. It's called the Ookie Makookie Closet, and I thought that was pretty cool. One thing that I did like about this is it really did stick true to a Dr. Seuss film. You know what I mean? I know it's a short little thing, but I mean it did better than the Jim Carrey Grinch or the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat or anything else that they released from those eras. There's decent singing voices. Like I said, that was pretty cool. The fish has a mission the whole time is to scare the Cat in the Hat, and he basically is just it's weird. It's the way he tries to do it. It's like he's mad about it, like not mad, but he's like sinister, but he's also still kind of silly. The cat, the fish calls him he calls him over to try to scare him, and then the fish actually ends up like death metal screaming into the phone. He's like, he calls him, trying to prank call him, and then he just basically is like, "Rah!" And it's just like, oh, okay, so somebody listens to, Gojira or something. But the music overall, speaking of music, doesn't seem too pointless when they start singing randomly, which is nice because a lot of films like this, especially Dr. Seuss, it just seems completely pointless. But there's every time that the Cat in the Hat shows up, he's like, "Have no fear, the cat is here," and I'm always thinking, yeah, I'm definitely safe now with the Cat in the Hat being here. The only lesson I guess I could really get from this one was they did clean up the house. He helped fix up one of his buddy's houses, so I mean that's nice. Clean your house, keep your stuff tidy. But they really the cool thing. Speaking back to being faithful to the Dr. Seuss, the characters, like the human characters, all of them, but the human characters especially, they really look like they were out of a Dr. Seuss book, which was really nice. They meet when they meet the lady, when they meet when they get to the Ookie Magookie Closet, her costumes make you actually turn into whatever you are. So if you have like a cat costume, you'd become like a cat. That was pretty interesting. And at the end, we find out that, spoiler alert, the cat is scared of pumpkins, and they keep flying across this pumpkin patch, and the kids don't know why he keeps skipping it, but that is what he ends up being scared of. The only other thing to really note about it, thing 1 and thing 2 sound like Yoshi, I noticed. They're kind of coming like this, like, "Boo!" And that was kind of cool, I guess. But the Cat in the Hat sounded like Charlie in the Box. He just keeps squeaking from Rudolph, for those of you. But overall, it really is fine for. I mean, it's a younger age. There's nothing like technically anyone could watch it. I mean, I'm in my 30s and I watched it, but I mean, it's for kids, so like young kids. So obviously if you're looking for something family appropriate to maybe like let your 10-year-old watch, this isn't it. And there's nothing wrong with it, but they're not going to get any enjoyment out of it. This is for children like 3 years old, that kind of thing. But with that being said, I love it whenever I see people trying to make a good product, especially when it comes to Halloween. That's awesome because there were some decent scares, I guess, for that age. But overall, I like the fact they were faithful to Dr. Seuss. The Cat in the Hat rhymed properly, and he really felt like Cat in the Hat. But overall, it's good. You can find it on YouTube if you're interested. I don't know. Like I said, I just love watching horror stuff. And Halloween. So it's fun. But I'll be back with something soon.